Hello, my name is Baldy Shorts, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Okay. What's this? Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can I see Damien in Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I've got to destroy this computer. Valdi, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Drake's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive, but once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. The Victorians were were well versed in information security. Baldy, do you want to go and see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. See that art. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing amongst all these fancy art people. Valdi? I turn around, it's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too. Yep, admittedly a little out of my depth here. Thank God, I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know, thank God. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. The points get you into heaven, that's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look around and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve. Evening, friends. Oh. Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead and nothing is real. So I just watched Bo Burnham's new special, Inside, and maybe this one, but I'll just do this. You know, I love looking at paintings that are in frames. I also love paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff. Yeah. Well put, Baldy. Oh. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. Oh. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go help myself to some tiny wines. Talk art with Hugo and Damien, get cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. So what's this first place? This particular artist specialized in landscape paintings of various locales within the American Northeast. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Damien and Hugo lean in, examining the paintings in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct. Valid assessment, Valdi. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy. Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic, sometimes the butts are metaphors, sometimes art is all about butts they don't draw. Interesting. Joseph returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. What'd I miss? Butts. Oh. Shame. The cheese is nice, though. Oh. Shall we visit the next place? We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery's a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. Oh, geez. What am I looking at here? Hey. This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. This one. It's a profound statement on the commonality of the struggle of survival. That's really powerful, Valdi. Care to expand on it? With pleasure. Just kidding, it's a butt. Everyone stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I feel like the artist was trying to make a different statement. Probably how much he likes butts. You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures, even butts.
Oh.
Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow, how did you figure that out?
Oh.
That's what it says on the placard? Oh. Let's look at a few more of these. We rock around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism? We're all looking at one of the paintings. A patron scoffs loudly. Psh, I could do that. Excuse me? Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like yourself is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry, I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No, it's wine and cheese.
Hey.
Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actual wine and cheese.
Hey.
We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it gonna be any weirder than this art? It's absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to the performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Norm Macdonald.
So, quick question. Shoot. What is happening?
Yeah.
I second this question.
Hey.
Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Shorts. Fear of existence, a very humanity of being human. They really like screaming, but the very humanity of being human. What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about what they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I, really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard stare.
Yeah.
I was going to start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd. Wise.
Hey.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Whew. I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, It eventually becomes a regular one, regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese.
Oh.
The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun. Cheese wings? Those could melt in the sun too. I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly.
Oh.
Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors.
Oh.
I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool.
Oh.
What about you, Valdi? Food artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes of the artist. Food artistry. I would probably still do still lifes of various foods, bowls, fruit, maybe some bread in there. Would there be cheese involved? See, I thought about it, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing. Excellent point. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. All right, boys, good art. Good art.
Oh.
Agreed. See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. Spend less money than you make.
Welcome.
Okay.
You've got dads.
What dad? Why does this keep coming up? Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dad Book? Why, Valdi, I never. If we've known each other since business school, how could you possibly confuse me with your amazing, talented, and easy to buy things for daughter? Though I am, of course, flattered. You should still buy Amanda. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait, no. Wow, I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student. I swear, I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Okay. That's why it kept bothering me. Okay, let's see. I think... Let's do Craig. Craig Kahn, dad of 3, business entrepreneur, a fitness enthusiast, struggled work, family, and fitness is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it. On a Friday night, you're most likely to get one last good cardio session in. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? A box of energy bars. What are your turns on? A sub 6-minute mile. What did you want to be when you grew up? A beer pong world champion. What's your favorite movie genre? Buddy cop movies forever. What's your ideal date? Scaling a huge dangerous mountain for fun. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. I spend a lot of time thinking about my mile time. It used to be good. What happened? Have I peaked? Message. Always help a friend in need. I wonder what Craig's up to today. I navigate to Craig's Dad Book page and type out a message. Hey, bro, or should I say neighbor, let's chat like old times. Let's catch up like old times. A couple moments pass before I hear a ding on the computer. It's a message from Craig. That was quick. Bro, my man, let's definitely hang soon. Might be a little different from our old weekend-long benders, but it'll still be fun. We exchange a couple more messages, and he logs off to prep for the game. I should see if Amanda wants to join me. I walk over to Amanda's room and knock on the door. Yo, Amanda Panda. I open the door to find Amanda sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by magazines and newspaper clippings. She seems to be making some sort of art piece. What you working on? Just a collage for class. We're supposed to make a piece that represents our goals for the future. I take a closer look at her collage. That's a lot of dogs. It's mostly dogs, yeah. Did you need something? Craig invited us to a softball game. Want to go? Remember that one time you signed me up for softball and you bought me all the gear and then you took me to the first game and then someone hit a ball towards me and I just ran off the field crying? Yeah, and then you hid in the dugout and would scream if I tried to pick you up. Yes. I was afraid of baseballs. I thought you were a gigantic sentient softball. So does that mean you don't want to go? Amanda gets up and looks me dead in the eye. Determined.
Aww.
I'm finally ready to face my fears head on. Let's do this. Amanda and I make the short drive to the local softball field for a kids' softball game. It's pretty packed. We clamber in up the bleachers and take our seats on the top row. I don't see Craig anywhere.
Aww.
So when do the kids start crying and running off the field? You know that your relationship with softball is different from everyone else's relationship with softballs, right? Okay, but if I don't see some kids crying, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. For nostalgia purposes, of course, not because I take joy out of children fighting for my amusement. Definitely not that. The game starts and the kids run out into the field. I see Craig by the dugout with a clipboard. He has River strapped to his chest, as per usual. There's a guy in a pancake costume doing jumping jacks across the field. I guess that's the mascot. Reading the kid's brightly colored jersey, I see that it's the Maple Bay Flapjacks against the Pinewood Ocelots. Go Flapjacks?
Oh, man.
Choke up on the bat, Miranda. Yes, Miranda, square up! How much do you know about softball? Enough to know that the balls are relatively hard despite their name. But yelling is fun. Give it a shot. It's cathartic. Keep your eye on the ball. What's important is that you're having fun. What are you willing to sacrifice to win? Leave it all on the field, Miranda. If you want this, you're going to have to bleed for it. Who I assume to be Miranda's father gives me a dirty look. I shoot it back at him. That attitude isn't going to bring Miranda to D1. Dad, please don't fight any other dads while we're out here. We watch a couple innings of softball. They aren't really ready for the major leagues yet, but Craig trained his team pretty well. It seems like he's really good with kids. Keg stand Craig is good with children. Whoa.
Huh.
It's amazing how hard they're hitting the ball and how no one has run off the field crying yet. Amanda, dear, you have to let it go. Let what go? I'm perfectly fine. The opposing team is up to bat. They hit a fly ball out into the center field. The tiny little girl tries to get under the ball, but it misses her glove and hits her straight in the forehead. See? It's a completely justifiable for fear. The girl plops down on the grass and starts crying. Craig makes a beeline to her, checking her forehead and comforting her until her parents arrive. He carries her off the field as she sobs. Man, it's strange to think about how this was the guy who once backflipped off a roof and into a pool while shotgunning a beer. He's so responsible now. The game resumes after the girl calms down a bit and we watch a couple more innings. Craig's team is crushing the other team in the 9th inning. The Ocelots seem to have given up by this point. I see one outfielder eating fistfuls of grass. A batter on the other team knocks a foul ball into the stands. I follow the trajectory and, oh no, it's coming right for me. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I close my eyes and brace for impact. I open my eyes and look over and see Amanda holding the softball, staring at it in amazement. I caught the ball. You saved me. I caught the ball, Dad. I caught the ball. You did it, Amanda. I faced my fears. I defeated the softball. I could do anything. Amanda and I share a big hug. It's a tender moment that I don't think anyone else watching really understood. I'm proud of you, kiddo. The game ends and Craig's team are declared the victors. We sit patiently as the girls line up to shake hands. Great job, everyone. We walk over to the dugout to congratulate Craig, who's talking with some of the parents. Craig, great work, man. Thanks, we've been working hard all season, and it's great to see it paying off. I'm so proud of all my girls. Speaking of which, have you met Briar and Hazel? Hello. Hey, killer play out there. Yeah, you guys rule. Thank you. You guys are twins, huh? So which one of you is the evil one? Hazel. Yeah, it's me.
Huh?
Good looking out. Do you guys ever pretend to be each other? I don't have a twin, but I think if I did, I'd be doing that constantly. Yeah, I'll take all of her math tests. And I usually throw rocks at stuff when people get mad. I tell them I'm Briar. What? We'll talk about this later. Baldy bro, I just got a couple more things to clean up and then we can hang. Sounds good. Just then, one of the moms jumps into the conversation. Not so fast. We have to celebrate our win, Craig. I'm taking the whole team to get pizza. Oh, I don't know if I can. Nonsense, the girls won. What sort of celebration could we have without our fearless leader? She lays her hand on his shoulder and gives him goo-goo eyes. Man, this mom is laying it on thick. Amanda and I share a long... all right. Is it cool if my bro comes along? The mom looks slightly put out, but covers it up with a smile. Of course. Where are we going? Thirsty's Pizza? What?
Oh.
What? It's a real place. An endless stream of girls clad in softball gear pile out of a minivan into the local pizza buffet, which is actually called Thirsty's Pizza. Amanda and I trail behind them with Craig. Reminds me of all the awful pizza we put into our bodies back in the day. Remember how we used to just fold whole pies in half and then put taco filling inside? Ah, pizza tacos! I can never forget. How did we survive college? Our bodies were younger back then, more elastic, more able to handle the toxic waste we put inside of us. The good old days. The kids run around playing arcade games and eating greasy food. Amanda and I jump on a couple of slices of mediocre pizza. Hey, give me a piece of that. No, absolutely not. I'm just kidding. I'm strictly eating salad here. Thanks for addressing the issue, Amanda. Dad, a different mom walks up to us, talking to Craig as if we weren't even there. Craig, thank you so much for looking after our kids. My daughter tells me every day how great you are. Oh, I'm happy to look after them. Definitely helps that I have kids of my own. It's been so hard since Daniel left. I'm glad to know that my children have a strong male role model in their lives. Amanda and I look at each other again. Craig gets it from all angles, huh? Craig smiles sheepishly. Thank you so much, dude. Craig holds his fist up for a fist bump from the woman in what I think is a maneuver to lighten the conversation. He looks super uncomfortable. I should throw him a bone here. Create a diversion. Tag team with Amanda. Smokescreen Martha. Tag team with Amanda. I give Amanda another knowing look, and she hits me back with a nod. She understands. Amanda puts a hand on her stomach and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Dad, I don't feel so good. I think I ate too much pizza. Oh no, sweetie, we're gonna projectile vomit everywhere, aren't you? Yeah, I think I'm gonna projectile vomit everywhere right now. The words projectile vomit and right now usually seem to get everyone to clear out, but Martha's not budging. Back it up, Martha. You're in the splash zone. I drank a lot of orange juice this morning. It's feeling pretty acidic. You'll be fine. Amanda shoots me a worried look. This con is going sideways. I should have known that mom, of all people, would know the fake puke scam. Oh, well, I guess it went away. I'm fine now. Nothing's wrong. She turns her back on me to talk to Craig. So I'm taking Hazel and Briar tonight for a sleepover. Yep, they're pretty excited about it. You'll keep them out of trouble, right? Oh, of course, but I could always use some help watching after everyone tonight if you're not doing anything. Wow, this lady is really going for the gold. Hi, it'll actually be nice to have a night to myself and River, but thanks for the invite. Martha, you might want to grab your child. She's stuffing pizza into a coin slot. Martha angrily turns her attention towards her daughter. Tiffany, not another arcade machine, I swear, if we have to buy it! Martha storms off towards her kid. She seems nice. Yeah, the team's a big one. It's one big, weird family. Takes all sorts, right? Tiffany, don't eat the tokens. Tiffany's a stellar hitter. Phew. I finally think I have time to talk to Craig now. Man, you're a busy guy, huh? Only on days like today, I hope. Dad. Hey, girls. Dad, can you help us beat our record on DDR? We told Ariana's dad that you could destroy him on the dance mat. Please help. Girls, you know I don't have my jukes anymore. But Dad... Craig looks at me like a hurt puppy. Sorry, dudes. Duty calls. I promise we'll catch up in a bit. It's all good, buddy. Craig runs off with his daughters, and I'm left alone with mine. Man, I was really hoping to hang out with Craig more today, but it seems like he's getting dragged in every direction. It definitely wasn't like this in college. I feel like we might be a third wheel here. There's worse places than an arcade to be left to our own devices. You're right, want to drop some coin on pinball? You know it. Amanda and I pull up to a machine that's feeling pretty hot and we get to work. I'm a little rusty, but the pinball wizard within me will never die. I pull out a decent score and then challenge Amanda to top mine. I miss going to barcades. There's a barcade here in Boston that I used to go to pretty regularly, and I loved playing pinball all night. And immediately she gets multi-ball. Looks like she takes after her father. You're pretty good.
Dad.
Don't patronize me. Hey, I'm just trying to pay a compliment. Amanda shushes me. She's in her zen zone. She fights valiantly, racking up points by the millions. She's this close to beating my score, but I feel honored just to be able to watch. You're friends with Craig, right? Janet from earlier walks up and leans on the pinball machine. Yeah, we went to college together. Please don't lean on my thing. Huh, that's so interesting. So, do you know if he's, like, available? Oh, I honestly don't know if I could say. Seriously, you're gonna make it tilt. Because it seems like so much work to watch after his kids. Don't you think it would be great if he... Lady, I swear to God. All of a sudden, a buzzer sounds and the game is over. Janet made the pinball machine tilt.
Hey.
You stone harpy. What? I said I have to go over there now and put pizza in my mouth so I don't say anything that'll hurt your feelings. Amanda?
Hey.
Bro, what's going on? Now's our chance. If we don't get out of here now, we're stuck in for the rest of the night. I wrangle Amanda and say some quick goodbyes with Craig. We head out of the pizza place finally. Amanda promises she'll keep the couch warm for me and heads home. Hope you don't mind me bringing you back here, bro. Not at all, dude. It's good to finally get you all to myself for a second. River burps. Well, almost all to myself. Hold up. Craig walks over to the trunk of his car and pulls out 2 gloves and a softball. Up for some catch? This might be less catch and more you throwing the ball and me running after it, but sure. We stand in the middle of the empty baseball diamond, and I start tossing the ball back and forth. I have a cooler in my car that we could grab, but there's only juice boxes in there. Man, fatherhood is strange. You're telling me I can't believe I'm looking back on my keg stand Craig days and reminiscing about it. Those were some good times. I don't know if anyone else who could pull off the rare horizontal keg stand. It was a feat of discipline, bro. Trust me. I haven't properly hung out with Craig in so long I don't even know where to begin. Ask about coaching softball, ask about the business, ask about the kids. That's enough for now. Ask about the kids. I can't believe you're a father of 3. Neither can I. You know me. I'm an indecisive person. You switched your major 4 times. Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but raising kids, when Brian Hazel was born, it all finally made sense. It was like all the time I had spent trying to figure things out had led to them. I couldn't be happier about it. I don't think I've ever cared about anything as much as I care about them. I had the exact same feeling when Amanda was born. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. It could be the only thing that ever happened to me, and I would still be proud of the life I lived. As about coaching softball. So is softball coach the life you wanted, or was it the life that was thrust upon you? I'll admit that I was hesitant at first. Brian Hazel had so much energy that we just had to get them into sports, but no one was there to run the team. The more I did it, the more I saw how much it meant to all the girls. I'm worried there'll be a riot if I quit. I would also be afraid of a bunch of tiny children with baseball with metal bats. They're quick and they work as a team. I've trained them too well. They take you down like a pack of velociraptors on a T-Rex. Exactly. Ask about the business. So you run a business now?
Hey.
Yep, we sell fitness gear, imports and exports mostly, but we're coming up with our own line of athleisure wear soon. I nod. I mostly use my sweatpants for watching TV and not, sweating. Sounds like he'd make a killing. If you ever need athletic gear, I've got your back. You could sponsor me. I'll rep your athleisure brand while I mow my lawn. That's the glamorous lifestyle we're catering to, yes. It's nice to be out here. Quiet. Must be good to get away from the softball moms for a bit, huh? Christ, Janet. Yeah, that was a lot. Are they always like that? Actually, this wasn't nearly as bad. Yikes.
I don't know.
I'm just so not interested. Well, what are you interested in?
Oh.
Peace and quiet. That's hot. Hot silence.
Hey.
My ultimate sexual fantasy is sleeping in on a Saturday. But more seriously, I just can't get back into dating right now. I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's no time.
I don't know.
And I feel so uncomfortable trying to introduce a stranger into my girls' lives. They've already been through so much. I can't put them through that. Buddy, I hear you.
Oh.
So the moms can hit on me all they want, but the girls are my top priority. You're doing a great job. The right person will come along eventually. Hit softballs. Don't get hit on by moms. You're doing a great job. Those kids love you. And to add to all, the whole team loves you. And add to that, the whole team loves you. I think you got this dad thing down right.
Oh.
Thanks, bro. That means a lot coming from you. While I'm distracted, I miss the softball and it hits me right in the head. Wow, that hurts. Amanda was right all along. Sorry, dude. Craig runs over to me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, let me do the dad thing for a second. Craig spends a moment examining my head.
No.
It's worse than I thought. Don't tell me you have to kiss it to make it better. You would be so lucky. That was planned. I mean, kissing is for the weak. I mean, I feel like I've earned it at this point, waiting all day to hang out with you.
Oh.
Well, oh yeah, get those eggplants. Craig leans in and kisses my forehead. Walk it off, champ. Are the lights on in this? Are the lights on this softball field really hot, or is that just me? I get up and dust myself off. River yawns. Hey, little buddy, you must be getting tired, huh?
Oh.
I hate to say this, but I should probably head out. Sorry, things are so... You get older and life just kind of gets in the way, huh? We start walking back to the parking lot. Hey, remember that one house party we went to that got broken up by the helicopter? How could I forget? You and me hopped over the concrete wall to get away. But the other side of the fence was a parking lot where a bunch of cars were parked. Oh man, yeah. Could you imagine the look on our faces? We just walked straight past them like we were out for a stroll. And not knowing that we were at the party, they started joking with us about how big of a bust it was. We had to talk to them for like 30 minutes. You told them you were interested in joining the academy.
Hey.
And then they started giving me pointers for the exam. Longest 30 minutes of my life. Man, college. Good old days, right? We get back to our cars. Craig pulls me into a hug, or at least as much as we can manage with a baby between us. Never enough time, huh? Guess not. Let me make it up to you. Let's hang out soon, yeah? I'd like that. I yawn as I walk through the door, spotting Amanda hunched over her collage, glue stick in hand. Burning the midnight art oil. I figured I might do something productive between episodes of Shark Hunter lip sync battles. Do the sharks lip sync or do the shark hunters lip sync? Yes. I look over her shoulder at the collage. Amanda, this is some good art. Look at this good art you made. Thanks, I'm just about done. Like before, it's still a lot of dogs. In one corner, a giant pile of cash. In the other, it's... Amanda, is that me? Yep, the whole thing is about my goals for the future, and those are basically just to sit on a giant pile of money with my 20 dogs and also have a strong and mutually supportive relationship with my father into adulthood. Oh, wow, now you've done it. Get ready to watch your dad cry. Here it comes. It's happening. Aw, Dad. You did this with your good art. She pats me on the back. Hey, how was your hang with Craig? I wipe a tear from my eye. It was good. That Craig guy sure is busy. Yeah, dude, the softball life isn't for quitters. Also, I'm very proud of you for facing your fears today. How does it feel? I'm on top of the world, Pops. I should start facing my fears more often. Oh yeah, how about tomorrow we hit some empty parking lots and practice? Dare I say, parallel parking. Baby steps, Dad. I'll work my way up to it. Alright, I'm going to hit the hay. Take care of late night television for me, alright? I'll let them know you said hey. Keep your word. Date complete!
Wow, that was an amazing date.
Oh, that was an amazing date. Thanks, Craig.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Welcome, you've got dads. I got a note. Hello, Amanda's dad. It's me, your friend Craig, who loves sports. I have nice and smart children who are good at computers. Aw, man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm still strong. I am strong. Don't I know it? Say, I've been reading up on whey protein. You use that at all? I figured it'd help me develop a bit more muscle. Yes, I know what that is. My children are having a tea party and they wanted to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here. You're also invited. Physical invitation to follow. Cool, I'd love to come. I'll let Amanda know. Thank you, Amanda's dad. That's definitely Briar and Hazel. Attend that party. Eat a balanced meal every day that includes vegetables. Coffee time. You know dads love coffee. Gonna brew myself something black as midnight on the moonless night. I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Hey, this one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on. No, are you ready for the thing that we're gonna do today? The thing that you promised you'd do? Honey, I already told you that I'm not going to throw away my Tom Clancy novels. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over, and you don't even read them. Wait, no, that's not what I'm here about. The tea party, Dad. Nope, I don't remember that. Craig's kids? The hand-drawn invitation? Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to the tea party. They spelled cordially wrong. Just put on some going outside pants and let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing's stopping me. Dad, I'll see you in a minute. Put on going outside pants. Hello, thank you for coming to our tea party. I do my best bow and present my daughter, who thanks them with a curtsy. This way, please. Brian and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter, Carmesita, are here too. Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup at me. Hey, dude. How's the tea?
Hey.
The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Hello, Carmesita. Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Please, have a seat. I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this chair. Hi, everyone. I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter into the backyard and take a seat next to us. Sorry, we're late. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants. See, Amanda? Amanda gives me a knowing look, and I return an oblong wink. She rolls her eyes. Is that really something your daughter had to pressure you into, Brian? I give Amanda another, more exaggerated wink. She rolls her eyes even harder. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules for some high tea. Now if you'll all put on your designated tiaras. There are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plates. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. Oh, we ran out of tiaras. I don't think this is going to fit me, but I appreciate the thought. Dad, you're royalty. Please act like it.
Whoa.
Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet on top of his head, but immediately tumbles off and into the bushes. I'll get that later. Hey, everyone. Craig comes out with a teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies. Dad, is the tea ready? Yeah, it's been, steeping for a while now. Awesome. Would you girls like to serve your guest tea? No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help. Craig leans over to me. That's me. Craig places the teacups in front of all of us and a single sandwich cookie onto each of our plate. He pours some tea into my cup. Awfully fluorescent tea. I clink my teacup with gnats and take a sip. This is the most cute and wholesome, like, tea party thing with, like, the dads. This is so cute. Good lemonade. It's tea.
Hey.
Right, very good tea. I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So what do we do at tea parties? We enjoy the splendors of upper-class society, Father. She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So the meeting of the princesses has been called to order. Hear, hear. But I'm a warrior princess. I hunt and stuff, and have, like, a really cool sword. Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. I'll be a rock star princess. I'm also space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I changed my mind. I want to be a space princess too. Dad, what are you? Do I get to be a princess? Duh. Well, I guess that makes me a History Channel princess, a hacker princess, a rude boy princess. History Channel princess. I'm the rule of all I survey, and what I survey is 10-hour marathons of cupcake storage wars. I don't think I've seen that one. It's a squad of professional bakers bid on an empty storage unit and then have to bake 1,000 cupcakes using only the ingredients in the storage unit. That sounds terrible. Oh, it is. I think I'll be a landscaper and general contracting princess. Barista princess reporting for duty. Hey everyone, CrossFit princess here. Not now, servant. If it weren't for the princess uprising, it would be you serving me. We sip tea for a little longer, and then the girls run off to fight dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses, I think. They grew up so fast. It was like yesterday that I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmesita made me actually brew tea for hers, pitfalls of owning a coffee shop. Pitfalls? Your custom blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave me a while back was choice. Aw, thanks. It's really nice the girls are getting along. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community. We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model to them, you know? I hadn't even realized. I don't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're right. All of the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her. You better not proud Dad cry at this tea party, Baldy. I brought extra word jumbles if anyone wants to kill time while the girls play. The day rolls on and the girls all get tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We all clean up and help put away the tea sets and tables, then head out as Daisy and Carmesita fall asleep on their dad's shoulders. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye, History Channel princess. You want dinner? Nah, I filled up on cookies. Me too, I'm tired. Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way, but also in kind of a scary way. How so? I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. Is this because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her dad. She secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model. Shucks, Pops. I ruffle Amanda's hair. They really stepped on the production values of something. I missed what it was. So I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed that video, please leave it on the like below. If you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, please leave it in a comment below. Please remember that you are valid, I care about you, and I can't wait to hang out with you in the next game. Bye-bye!